Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to consecrate and cleanse, or cleanse and consecrate, my 4 sacred tools, and I'm going to show you how to do that, why we do that, and various other ways that you can cleanse and consecrate your tools. Before we dive into that though, my name is Sandra. I'm the author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, tarot, shadow work, magic, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, you already know a little bit about witchcraft, you've been trying out a few things and you want to learn more but you're just not sure how to piece it all together, I have a free video. It's called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice, and there's a link in the description field below this video, and you can also grab it on my website mysterywitchschool.com. And if you hear any banging going on around the place in this video, it's just the construction crew next door packing up and going home. They've had a very noisy day. So I've got my 4 tools here, and these tools sort of vary in age. My cup has been with me right from the get-go. I got this cup actually at a second-hand store, and this would have been back in the early 1990s, and it's the one that I've always used. And it's just a ceramic cup. So you don't have to have anything fancy. You don't have to pay a lot of money for your tools. You can just buy whatever calls you or whatever is in your budget. This athame is my second athame. I received this as a gift for a birthday, which was actually really significant. And my first one was much smaller than this. It was actually a letter opener, and it was a replica of Excalibur, but this one's absolutely brilliant. My pentacle here, I just went to a dollar store. I found this. It's a cup holder, so you place it under your cup, but it's a pentagram, and totally suitable for my work. And this wand was actually crafted by a local crafter called Eric Addish. It's a beautiful wooden wand, and this is not my first one. I think this is probably my 3rd wand actually. I used to when I first started, I just used a stick that I found on the ground and polished it up and decorated it and used that as my wand. I'm a Virgo, so I tend to be very practical with the things that I do, and not necessarily, it's more about practicality rather than necessarily what things look like. So they're my tools, and what I'm using to cleanse and consecrate is incense with just the incense sticks. And I've also got a selenite cleansing or purifying plate here as well, because I love selenite and it works beautifully to cleanse things and to remove any negative energy that might be around. So I'm going to go through the process of cleansing the way that I like to do it, but I'll also talk about other ways that you can do it as well. But first, why do we cleanse our tools in the first place? Well, usually we get tools, we either buy tools from a store, somebody might give you a tool. You want to make sure that the energy is cleaned up. You don't want it having any energy of the person who made it, or the shop it's been in, or anything that it could have accumulated, because everything vibrates. So our tools vibrate, we vibrate, everything vibrates. And our energy can merge with things. And so your tools carry an energy, and you want to cleanse them of any other energy other than yours, so that they become basically an extension of yourself and vibrate with your energy and the type of energy that you want to work with. So you want to cleanse them, and running them through incense is probably the best way to cleanse anything. It's probably one of the safer ways to cleanse things, and that's the way that I like to do it. You can also put your tools in salt as well, so just place them in a bowl of salt. Now, when it comes to cleansing with salt, you do have to be careful that the surface that you're working with is not going to be harmed or corroded by the salt. So you wouldn't want to use iron or anything like that with salt if you have an iron athame, for example. You can also cleanse with water. So you could sprinkle water on them, you could immerse them in water if the tools are relative to that. The only thing I would do that with would be the cup because it's ceramic, it could handle the water, and it is a water element tool as well. Other people like to just put their own energy into the tool to cleanse and consecrate. So that's using your chi energy to cleanse and consecrate, or to just cleanse it to start off with. Some people like to bury their tools in the ground, and that is consecrating it or cleansing it actually with the earth element. So a lot of the ways that we cleanse them are also the ways that we consecrate them. So that's why I'm mixing the words up. Cleansing means to just clean up the energy. Remove any energy that you don't want, any malefic energy, and replace it with benefic energy. When you're consecrating your tools, you are making them sacred. You're giving them a function. You're wanting to connect them to the work that you're doing. So you consecrate them to make them sacred. And if you are cleansing your tools with the elements, like burying your tools or running them through smoke for air, or using water, or running them through fire or above a candle, for example, you can cleanse and consecrate them at the same time. And that's what I tend to do. I do it at the same time. Other people like to cleanse first and then consecrate in a different way. So they might use incense to cleanse the tool, and then they might bury the tool to consecrate it to the element of earth, for example. Other people like to put their tools under the sun and have the solar energy consecrate the tools, or under the moon and have the moon consecrate the tools. You tend to do that with crystals, that kind of thing, but you can also do that with your 4 main tools as well. Once again, you can consecrate with your energy as well. So as you're cleansing and removing all the malefic energy, replacing with benefic energy, you can also consecrate it at the same time. So I'm going to go through how you can do that, and it's really very simple. So I'm going to consecrate my athame here. So I'm going to take my athame in its scabbard and consecrate it. And I'm running it through the incense, and just imagining that the incense is just transforming any malefic energy, icky energy, into really positive light. And I like to say, I cleanse and consecrate this athame to serve me in my work. Remove all malefic and replace with benefic. And you can run it through the incense for as long as you like. Another way that you can use a salt cleanse is to surround your tool with salt, like with a circle of salt, and then leave it there for about 24 hours. That's another way if you're wanting to use salt. But I find that the incense is the easiest way, and you're not going to harm any of your tools by using incense. It's a bit like cleansing crystals. You don't need to worry about harming a crystal if you're running it through incense, like you would if you were going to run it through water or use the sun, or that kind of thing. And then I do that with each of my tools. So with my cup here, I now cleanse and consecrate this cup to serve me in my work, remove all malefic and replace with benefic. And I'd run that through and imagine the energy transforming. Same with my pentacle. I cleanse and consecrate this pentacle so that it may serve me in my work, remove all malefic and replace with benefic. Same with my wand. I cleanse and consecrate this wand to serve me in my work, remove all malefic and replace with benefic. I also have this cleansing, this selenite cleansing stone here, and this is something you could just simply place your tools upon and just have them sit there for maybe 24 hours and have them cleansed that way. It's a beautiful way of cleansing anything, whether it is magical pouches or sigils or whatever, candles, whatever you're wanting to cleanse. You can use a nice selenite slab to help you do that. And I had my pentacle sitting on top of that just before, so it's definitely been cleansed there. Selenite you don't have to cleanse, it's self-cleansing, so that's why it's so great to use for other things as well. So that's simply how you do that. And if you're using other tools like candles or pouches or crystals, whatever you're using, your cauldron, your besom, all of those things, you can cleanse them and consecrate them exactly the same way. If you're working with a tool that you're only going to use for specific magic, like fire magic, for example, then you would, when you're consecrating that, you might mention that. So if I was to use this wand only for like elemental magic and not generally, as you can use the wand, then I would consecrate it. Then I would say, I now consecrate this wand to serve me, to work with the element of fire and work that way. And I would actually run it through, I actually wouldn't run it through fire, I'd run it above a candle flame so that it's getting the heat from the fire, but it's not going through the fire. So you could do that with any, you could bury your pentacle in the earth for 24 hours to consecrate it to the element of earth. Your cup you could immerse in water to consecrate it to the element of water, and of course the athame you can just run through the incense to consecrate it to the element of air if you're just going to work with those tools for those things only. People like to do that. I personally don't consecrate them to the elements exactly. I just think of the element when I am consecrating it. So when I'm thinking of my wand, I'm thinking fire. When I'm thinking of my pentacle, I think earth. When my cup, I'm thinking water, and the athame, I am thinking air anyway. But it's really up to you. I'm doing it pretty much the way I was taught. So yeah, I'm a creature of habit there. But that's simply how you do it. So it's not complicated. And all of this I teach in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. So you learn all about your tools, consecrating your tools, the various different types of tools, other tools apart from these four, how to use your tools, how to work with energy, how to work with the energy that's coming through your body, the chi energy, and how to work with energy coming from your body without actually using up your energy, but actually channeling it from the universal energy field, which is really important when you're doing a lot of magical work. You also learn how to do magic, of course, and the working with the deities, working with the Sabbath energy, and the whole course is designed to get you practicing the craft and to get you feeling connected to your craft again, getting you connected to doing things on a daily basis, living your spirituality on a daily basis, to touch base with your true self again, who you truly are, a spiritual being. And when you're practicing the craft every day, even if it's just a simple daily practice, you're reconnecting with yourself, you're reconnecting with spirit, and it gives your life meaning. And rather than just trying to find the meaning outside of yourself, it helps you find the meaning from within yourself. So do enroll in the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. At the moment, if you enroll, you also get the Witch's Guide to Magic course free, which is my course on just spell casting. So it's giving you a much more in-depth understanding of the differences between casting spells for love, money, protection, defense, health and wellness, because they're kind of a little bit different to each other, at least for individuals. We all tend to have types of magic that are easier than other types of magic, and so I've created that course to help you sort out magic that you might be struggling with and why you might be struggling with it. So you get that as a free bonus with the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. There's links in the description field below this video for all of my courses and also on my website, mysterywitchschool.com. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Sandra and I'll see you on the next video.